father is the oldest of 12 children. And growing up, this gave me a lot of time to people watch within my own family. I saw a lot of developing personalities that I really wanted to emulate and gravitate towards, and a lot of personalities that I would just rather not look at all. The one that stands out the most of all of the personalities of all the different family members is my Uncle Raymond. And Raymond lived what I came to call a 5-star life. 5-star meaning when you go to look for a hotel for a special occasion on the internet, you look for a 5-star hotel because you know this hotel is going to be the best, the biggest. It's going to offer the most fantastic experience. And that's the life that I wanted to emulate, Raymond's 5-star life. And hopefully by the time I'm done talking today, you will have the tools, the 5 different stars, to live your own 5-star life. Star number 5. My Uncle Raymond had a work ethic. And I realize this has kind of gotten to be a dirty word nowadays because a lot of folks are content to just get by. They just want to do just good enough to keep them out of hot water. But Raymond's not like that. Raymond would go and work a 12-hour shift at Wackenhut, who did security for Y12 and K25, and then once he was finished, while my grandmother was still alive, he would then drive to her house and make certain that she did not need to lift a finger. She didn't even know that the floor in her kitchen was rotting because she never went in there. Raymond made certain that she had everything she needed to eat, that she never had to do her own dishes, she never had to do her laundry. Everything was done for my grandmother. She had raised 12 children, she had already done her time in the trenches, and Raymond was going to make certain that she never had to lift a finger again. Work ethic, star number 5. Number 4, Raymond spoke his mind. If you're wearing a pair of pants that you think may make you look fat, don't ask Uncle Raymond if they do, because he's going to tell you if they do. Raymond wasn't concerned about, oh, well, I wonder if I'm going to hurt someone's feelings by telling them the truth. He was honest, but honest in a way that you knew that he cared. He wasn't honest for the sake of hurting your feelings. He was honest because he knew that's what you needed to hear. You needed to hear the truth, otherwise you wouldn't have been asking. Just make sure you don't ask him a question you aren't prepared for the answer for. Star number 4, telling the truth. The 3rd star is one of my favorites. My Uncle Raymond knows that it's not the actions of other people that determine the direction your life will take. You cannot control the man who has had one too many drinks and gets behind the wheel of a car and hits yours. You have no control over that. The car still needs to be fixed. You cannot control the weather, the hurricane that comes out of nowhere and tears up your house. The house still needs to be repaired. Raymond knew that you have to control your own destiny. You have to take charge of your own future. And it's the way that you react to those actions that determine what happens next. Star number 3. Star number 2 is a sense of honor and duty. Uncle Raymond served in the very first Gulf War in the United States Army. He received 2 Bronze Stars. And I asked him one time, wow, that's pretty impressive. What did you get your Bronze Stars for? And he said, it was nothing. Like most heroes do. Like they just give those out willy-nilly. To this day, I still have no idea why he earned 2 Bronze Stars. It was that sense of honor, of wanting to give his country the best, to defend the freedoms that we enjoy. Not only did he have a sense of honor to his country and a sense of honor to his family, as I've already mentioned, the way that he took care of my grandmother, but he also had a sense of honor and duty to his community. He was a founding member of the Defenders Law Enforcement Motorcycle Club right here in Knoxville. And that motorcycle club consisted of men and women who were either former military or former law enforcement who wanted a way to give back to their community. And that's what Uncle Raymond, that's where he excelled, was being able to give back to others just because he could. just because it was the right thing to do. Star number 2, a sense of honor and duty. Star number 1. It was November the 6th of 2009, 7:30 in the morning, and finally, for once, I was getting to sleep in. But I could hear my cell phone buzzing on the coffee table in the living room, incessantly, one right after the other. And I'm sitting there getting angry, thinking, who in their right mind? I'm finally getting to sleep. Who is calling me at 7:30 on a Saturday morning? Anyone who knows me knows I'm probably asleep. And as the buzzing continued, I finally jumped out of bed, walked into the living room, picked up my phone, flipped it open, and my blood turned cold. It was 12 missed calls from my father. Something was wrong. I immediately called my dad back, and I said, Dad, what's the matter? What happened? My dad said, your Uncle Raymond was in a motorcycle accident last night, riding with the defenders on Alcoa Highway. Nervous and scared, I said, well, is he okay? And my dad said, Rachel, Raymond's dead. And in the days leading up to his funeral, I wondered, why? Why, of all 12 kids, why was he the first one to go? It's not fair. And then I realized Raymond died doing what he loved most. That's star number 1. He knew the consequences of riding a motorcycle. He knew what could happen, but it was what he loved doing more than anything else. And that's what makes the difference. That you don't let what you love hinder you from becoming the very best individual you can be. And whether it's your work ethic or speaking your mind or all the way up to not being hindered, not letting your life be taken aback by what you love doing most, these are the things that can truly give you a 5-star experience.